Gloria, many thanks for speaking with us. Let's start off with give us a sense of your background.
Wow, I've had 25 years in banking. I worked here. I started with the bank as a management trainee. Worked my way through various different departments, including mortgages. Then I felt that there was more I could do outside the bank, outside of Kenya. So I got an opportunity to go and work in Tanzania. So I was in Tanzania for 2 years as head of retail banking. Then from Tanzania, we were setting up in Rwanda. That was at the end of 2008. So I've been in Rwanda for about 3.5 years, or almost 4 years, as the head of retail banking. So from there, I had an opportunity. I attended the interview, and I became the managing director of KCB Burundi.
How old is KCB Burundi right now?
KCB Burundi is just about 2 weeks old, having been launched on the 8th of May, 8th of this month, by the president of Burundi.
You're going into a market in Burundi which already has established banks there as KCB Burundi. What differentiated product are you trying to bring in? What sets you apart from those who are already playing in that market?
I think it is the way we do banking, because I think in that market you find the banks are quite traditional and very traditional in their approach to banking. But now you have to look outside the box when it comes to banking. You have to be different, you have to meet customer needs, and there are a lot of needs in that market. I'm looking at things like even just something like mortgages. You know, they don't really have mortgages. There are issues around just access to finance to help people to grow maybe their little businesses. It's not very easy in that market.
You've been within the East African community for quite a bit now, so you're well familiar with what this economic bloc is. What do you think are the similarities or differences between the rest of the countries and Burundi?
They're similar in their needs. The people they have some differences here and there. I mean, the individual differences, but similar in their needs, mainly the access to finance, you know, and access to banking facilities. You know, you find people have to walk kilometers, you know, to get to a bank. The cost of going to the bank is so high that people prefer not to have the bank account. So, you know, some of the things we'll be using in these markets are things like the agent banking, which has been very successful in Kenya. It will enable us to bank, you know, those people who cannot otherwise have bank accounts. Also things around helping women to have access to, you know, facilities as well is quite important. And just delivering different services that make banking easier.
What is the rollout strategy for KCB Burundi? How many branches do you need to open? How many staff and things like that?
Yes, we're planning 2 branches this year, a 3rd branch into next year. We will be supporting that with the agent banking network, which we're in the process of rolling out now. We are recruiting, we'll be having about 60 staff by the end of this year. So that will be it for the time being, and then we shall continue to see what else we can do to support in terms of maybe infrastructure and different things.
Burundi is a different market from the rest of the East African community countries because it speaks French. Does it make it harder to do business there for a Kenyan company?
Of course it does, because now us coming from Kenya and speaking English, I mean, our core business is really in English. So we've had to go through a lot of changes, changing our systems to cater for the French speaking, changing our core banking systems to have the French element and our ATMs. So all that is in place, and I think the appreciation is there actually from the market that we are doing that. We go to the market, we are speaking in French, and they do appreciate. But that having been said and done, you can still find that there is an effort also from the market there to fit in with the rest of the East African community, and you find that many people are now practicing their English. So I think it will be a matter of time before we are able to communicate easily.
You're the first female managing director of a full KCB Bank branch outside the country. Does it make it harder for you? Are the challenges more as a woman?
It's exciting. I actually had a lot of feedback from the team, from the women, that they really feel that I've done them proud. They're happy. I think our organization is really quite gender focused at the moment. And even though it is gender focused, it still has to be based on skills. You have to have the competencies. So yes, I went through quite a competitive exercise, and I was able to succeed. We were 5 of us, and the rest were men. But for the women, I think it is very inspiring, especially for some of the younger ones. They look up to me and they feel that I'm becoming a role model for them. It's also the same for the women outside the bank. In Rwanda, they were very excited for me. You know, some of the young girls we have been engaging with, so I think it's good.
What are you going out there to achieve with KCB Burundi? What is the future like?
KCB Burundi, we want to create our own space. We don't want to go there and be the next bank. So we will be looking outside the box, as I mentioned. We will be trying to see how to help that country develop certain things, how to get people to have bank accounts, how to have women and children and students, you know, get access to financial education and those kind of things. And I think we should be able to achieve this within the next 1 to 2 years.